Yeah, hi, Jordan. Jim Delpine here. I want to give you some video feedback, and I make sure that you accomplish the first assignment of this milestone also. All right, so you have to also get on board with being on time because they're very expensive. Those late points for the schools is expensive. So, okay, so the idea for the pineapple was so that you could stick elements into it, not simply place them behind the layers, underlying layers, to give it that look. So I also asked that you have no mirroring. And I see three spatulas, okay, duplicates. So you need to get two other utensils to replace one of those, okay? So in addition, you need to cut out the negative space in the spatula. So for example, if I fill the background with black, I can see how well you did. You did pretty good with the layer masks, but this negative space of the spatula will show up when you bring in a background next week. So keep that in mind. So yeah, so I don't know why, but all the elements look very cleanly cut out, but this frying pan does not look good at all. So it's all wavery. I don't know how you did that, but in addition to that, the original if I disable the layer mask here, the original is cut off. So you have to have a round frying pan. So I highly suggest that you get another one. You can get one from the web easy enough. All right, mask it out, and then you'll have something clean. All right, you have to have clean edges, otherwise it'll look terrible next week. All right, so now what you want to do is take these elements here. So for example, this one. All right, the arm. I'm going to bring this above the body layer. So now it's on top. And now what you do is, and then bring this up a little further. On the layer mask, you would go to your paintbrush and just get the right size brush. So note that I'm in a specific size brush. A little shortcut here. Use the left bracket key to reduce the brush size and the right bracket key to increase it. All right, so that's a quick it's a lot quicker than going up here and selecting a size and etc. etc. Okay. Always make sure your hardest is at 100%. Okay. So I'm just going to go zoom in and just to start to like click and drag and mask out this portion to give it the appearance of it being stuck into the pineapple. Okay. And then what you'll do is create a shadow. I can show you how next week. Um, to give it a more of an illusion of it being stuck in there. A little tip also, next week you're going to be asked to use adjustment layers. This is screaming out for the use of an adjustment layer because it does not have good contrast. There's no true blacks in here. So here's how you do that. This is new next week now. So with that selected, go to the layer mask icon down below. I'm sorry, the adjustment layer icon, the black and white cookie. Click on that and select levels. Okay. And then you want to create a clipping mask. So for example, if I darken this, all right, notice it's darkening everything. All right. But if I clip it by holding down the Alt key or Option key if you run a Mac and hovering above the line in between the layers here, and between the adjustment layer and the layer below, and then click, that attaches it to that underlying layer. So now you can isolate that adjustment layer just to that layer. And what you'll want to do is just basically fool around with these the shadow sliders, the highlight sliders, to get a better contrast here. All right, the original photo is not too good, so there's just so much you could do with it here. All right, so now keep in mind it may work for one portion of it. Let me just close this out, but like another portion you may want to not be affected. So all you need to do is keep in mind that this is a layer mask. Okay, so with that selected and your paintbrush selected and black is your foreground color, you can simply like click here to mask out what that adjustment layer is doing it to this portion. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right. So, and you can see the result right here. All right. So you also want to scale this up to be within a 6 by 8 inch area. So let's see, image size. It's the correct size, which is great. So if I bring down a guideline here to the 1 inch mark here, and then here, and the vertical ones by clicking and dragging over here, I'm just creating some guidelines to, this is where your character should fit within, roughly. All right, so keeping in mind, you need to get 2 new elements. You're going to click on the top layer, scroll down to the very bottom layer, not the background, okay? So you have everything selected. Then you're going to hit Control T, all right? And that puts a bounding box around everything. You're going to go to any corner, click and start dragging out, and hold down the Shift as you start dragging. That will constrain it, all right? If you hold down also the Alt key, the Shift and Alt, it will scale out for the center point, all right? So I'm about approximate right there, and I'm going to let go with my cursor first, and then I'll let go of the Shift and Alt key. That's important. It's important the order you do that in, okay? So there you go. It actually fits perfectly right in there, all right? So that's what I need to see. All right, take care. Bye.